my life. I'm a walking miracle. I'm a living miracle. So if anybody that know me, I was in the street real heavy hard. And in 2010, that would really woke me up and opened up my eyes to life. So God came to me and he was letting me know to be obedient to him. And a lot of people don't realize how important being obedient to God really means. So I got some notes I just want to read real fast. I ain't gonna be too long with you. But I want y'all to really understand what obedient to God really means. So they said, what does obedient mean? In simple terms, it means hearing the word of God and acting on it. It implies aligning our will to God's will, doing what God asks us to do. It is when we completely surrender to his authority and base our decisions and our actions on his word. What is the importance of obedience? Obedience is so important for every Christian. In fact, without it, we fall short of his glory. It demonstrates our love for God and sets us apart from the world. So when we act on obedience to God's word, it separates us from the world. And it shows us, we're showing God that we truly love him by doing his will. Right? So obedience is our way of sharing God, serving God, showing God that we love him, and is through our obedience that God recognizes us and enables us to enjoy his love. Alright? So with that saying, Jeremiah 29:11 said, for I know the thought that I think towards you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. This is God's promise if we be obedient to his word. So I got a quick testimony, right? All right, so I know how it's always said the preacher's kid is terrible, right? I'm a preacher's kid. Mama, daddy, grandma, uncle, everybody in my family are preachers, right? So I went against the grain, wanted to do my own thing. I said, man, I'm tired of going to church, man. I've been going to church from sun up to sundown, Monday through Saturday and Sunday. That's how we used to do, right? So as I got older, I say when I was able to start doing my own thing, when I thought I was able to do my own thing, when I was turning like 18, I thought I was grown. Hey, Mom, I'm about to get out your house. I'm gone, right? Mom said, I don't care, go. She been wanting me to go anyway. This is how I was doing. But she couldn't keep me out because I wasn't 18. So as soon as I turned 18, I said, man, I can't wait till I leave. Hey, listen to me, y'all, teens. Hey, don't be in a rush to leave out your mama's house, man. Because I'm going to tell you, it's crucial out there. It's crucial. And back then, it was all right. But now, you got all type of evil things going on in this world. Sex trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Y'all young ladies, y'all got to be careful. Young men, they trying to get you in the game. There's a lot of games out of time. And Savannah, back in our day, there ain't never been no game. What we used to do is hood. You know what I'm saying? Neighborhood. But now, you can jump in the game, crippling, blood, whatever it is now. This is what's going on. So, what I'm saying is be careful, y'all. So, I've been getting in trouble, in and out of jail, in and out of prison. I ain't really been to prison until I got to 2010. 2010 changed my whole life. But I did year here, probation camp, boot camp 2 times, did a year in the county. But 2010 was different. God said, all right, I'm setting you up now. So from 2003 I did a year in the county jail. Got saved. I was already saved, but I just, went to my own way. But I really understood who God was in '03. And God had me doing Bible study. My whole neighborhood, I'm out of East Savannah, so my whole neighborhood, everybody was coming in the door. And they saw me preaching, doing Bible study. People were getting saved, all type of stuff. Everybody was getting saved. Got out, still trying to be on the right track. I let my feelings turn me back to the street. But slowly but surely though, I would fight. But I thought who I was in love with, I had to go back to that. But God said once He free you from a situation, don't go back to it. Why? We can't think with our heart. We gotta think with wisdom, knowledge and understanding. So in order to be able to have wisdom, knowledge and understanding, that means you got to what? Stay in constant prayer. Have a relationship with God. So I failed for 7 years from 03 to 2010, I was going through it. I was doing a little probation time here, off and on. I used to ask God, Lord, please help me get me out of the situation. I always ask God every day. Have a pistol, all that. Do everything, 9 yards, right? So I pray. As soon as I pray, I put the pistol in my pocket right here and walk out the door. My mission was, I said, Lord, don't let nobody kill me, and I don't want to kill nobody. I used to pray the prayer every day, but I was hurting though. I was tired. I had to drug, I had to drink, mess with women. Just, y'all know what time it is, just living that life, right? So I was tired. So I said, Lord, every day I asked, Lord, please get me out of the situation. 7 years. You never got me out of it. I always just was in. I was just in to fight, trying to fight. Off and on, I tried to stop towards church, couldn't do it because I had no power, right? So my mama used to talk to my grandma, everybody. My grandma said, hey, the devil gonna keep using you as a punch, man. You better, tighten up. All right, cool. Still running like boy, one day, 2010 came, changed my whole world, right? 2010. I'm thinking up a back there. I got 3 women lined up. I ain't bragging, man. But I'm clean. I said, yeah, I'm finna. So I'm drinking. I put the weed up, but I still had my gun. So I'm driving. I said, man, I can't get caught without it. That's how I was thinking. Going down Bonaventure. I don't know if nobody know about Bonaventure. That's Thunderbolt. I'm speeding down Bonaventure. Why do I do that? I got Thunderbolt right here and then Thunderbolt right there parked. I knew I was going. I knew what time it was. But I was licensed insurance. I had that gun in the seat. So all I could think about is, Lord, man, what I'm about to do. So I stopped. Man came, pulled around me. He be like, all right, hey, registration, license registration. I said, man, for what, man? I said, here's my license. He said, get out the car. I said, for what? I said, man, I gave him my license, man. Why you harassing me, right? Oh, Lord, I'm about to go to jail. So, got out the car. Sure enough, he was trying to put me in handcuffs. Put me in handcuffs. Fight, boom, 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 ran. Pepper sprayed. Right there. I tried to dog, the police were coming, bitch. I'm talking, you fell down. I'm talking about like he was due. So another police came to me. And all I could do is, I felt that burning. My eye was burning. I was, oh Lord. So I just stopped. It was beginning of spring, hot, real hot. Right then, I knew to surrender to God. See, I ain't surrendered to the police. God answered my prayer right then and there. So, I've been in the county for a whole week. My daughter was real little. She's about to be 17 now. My son, he's 25. I ain't met none of them yet. But it was like, I was busted, disgusted. I wanted to eat for a whole week. I was in the room with one of my partners in the street. Out of all people, he was like, "Hey man, let's do Bible study." Man, I ain't doing no Bible study, man. Bible study? I ain't thinking about the Bible study. I was ashamed because I already had been through this situation before. From the guards, they knew me, and I'm back in here. 7 years later, I'm back in here. Same thing. So I was embarrassed. I was disgusted. I thought I lost everything. But God, how many know God can see the future? Yes. Hey, listen. While I was feeling sorry for myself, while I was dragging myself, guess what happened? God said, "All right, man, this God's honest truth." We eating breakfast one day. I heard it clearly as day. God said, "The longer you prolong, the longer you're going to stay in here." I heard it clear as day. You know what I told my partner? "Hey, man, let's do Bible study." Hey, I ain't knew what I was facing or nothing. I ended up having to do state time and federal time. But guess what God did? Once he told me that, now I start walking in his vision. I start walking in his calling. Yes. Right? Being obedient. That's the whole purpose of what I'm saying is being obedient. And I lie to you not. I did about 5 years. The whole time God saw something I didn't see. When I did those years, God had me in different dorms, opening up Bible study, where there was no God there. None. In dorm, prison, man, they got knives this long, walking around, teenagers, like this, no God. God had me every dorm. 1 year here. I don't know if anybody know about diagnostic. Diagnostic is, hey, listen, you be there 2 weeks for a physical. You only there 2 weeks. Man, God had me there 3 months. 3 months. Knives this long. No police in the dorms or nothing. You just open doors. Like how many people here? That's how many men was in there, walking with no God. But God had me he had a purpose for my life. He had a purpose. So as I started being obedient, walking in his calling, God started opening up doors. Opening up doors. I'm talking about, man, people were coming in my room and they said, "Hey, go to Brother Ruth room. If you want to pray through, he gonna get you out. You gonna get your time cut, all type of jobs." Like God was blessing, and I couldn't see it. But when I got out, this was the test. And I'm about to be done. This was the test. Okay, I did all that in 5 years, right? Doing God's will. I had one test. I had a decision to make, a choice. And I'm gonna tell you, when God gives you a choice, nobody, I don't care, nobody looking. Only you know. Only you and God know. So nobody was there. I got on the Greyhound bus. I had a choice. Either I'm gonna get me a pack of cigarettes, or I'm gonna get me a beer and ride on the Greyhound. Normally I would have did that, but I chose not to do it. I said, you know what? I'm about to choose God, and I'm gonna see how far this is gonna take me. Awesome. Guess what? It took me super far. God bless my own business now, married, kids, every house, everything. I ain't saying that to brag. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying this to let you know, man, when you be obedient to God, God will make your success prosper. Anything that you try to do, he will prosper it. I'm telling you. So I'm living proof. I'm supposed to be dead and gone. What the enemy thought. It's a shirt said, the devil thought he had it. Yeah. I came up with that quote because he thought he had it. Man, my mama prayed for me, grandma, family. Listen to me, kids, teenagers. If you don't listen about nothing else, obey your parents, man. Obey your parents and obey God. And everything else will work for you.